Alright, brothers and sisters, back again with a lot of free time on my hands finally. Thanksgiving weekend, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, whoop-de-doo. So while I got opportunity to do a lot of video work, thought I'd come on here and, of course, continue to inform you all and give you insight on the latest news, latest revelation, manifestation, things that come to me that I must share with you for all those who wish to hear and know the truth. So, I call this video segment Democracy is an Illusion. Now, a lot of you already know democracy is an illusion, and some of you don't know. So, I guess I'll give a couple of examples as far as the revelation. Number one, the voting process. The voting process, of course, we go out in the rain, sleet, and snow. Beautiful sunshine. Go out in the weather to a voting booth to give our vote, right? To give our vote, who's going to be the next, I don't know, presidential candidate. Who's going to be the next presidential candidate? Who's going to be the next president? Who's going to be the next senator, etc., etc. Let's go with the president one, okay? That's the biggest one, that requires the most participation. But really, our participation don't matter. So we go out and we go to the voting booth. We push a button, who we gonna vote for, and vice president, and so on. And then we go on. We go on and live our normal lives of working, traveling, family time, etc. Okay. But then it's something, a question mark kind of pops over my head. And that question mark that pops over my head is, when it comes down to electing a president, they say the popular vote doesn't count. Who would be considered the popular vote? The people, us. We are considered the popular vote. So the popular vote really doesn't count, okay? What really elects a president is the electoral college votes, delegates, and super delegates. So if super delegates and electoral college vote is what really matter, or really you got the big joker, the little joker, the ace of spades. The ace of spades would be the electoral votes. The delegates would be the little joker, and the super delegates would be the big joker. So you got these three who really decides who's really qualified for the position of president of the United States. So our democracy is an illusion. So we get out and vote thinking we doing something, thinking we helping to make the difference, but it's the super delegates, electoral college vote, and the delegates that decide who become president. Wow, it's so we just go out and push a button and participate for no reason, because they say, you know what, the popular vote really don't count. What really counts is the super delegates, what side they on, and the electoral in the regular delegates. So wow, so we just go out for no reason. Oh, here's another one. Example number 2. Receiving revelation is beautiful, by the way. I love when God just give me revelation, insight about this country and about things all over the globe, because it's fascinating. And that's what he want to do with all of us. Really, all those we consider as children, is give us insight, revelation, try to educate us so we can live better lives, like a loving father or mother would do, trying to raise their child up in the right way and want them to walk knowledgeable instead of walking in ignorance. So yeah, but moving on. Example number 2. Okay, now we go out once again, rain, sleet, or snow, and so-called voting, so-called giving our power over to the candidate we think that's best to be president. So if we already went out and voted, right? We already went out and voted. The popular vote already pretty much determines who's gonna get it, which is our vote, our participation. So if our vote already determined whoever the majority, either Republican or Democrat, just the American people, period. If our vote already decided, as far as the popular vote and the majority, who's gonna become president, then why do they need a convention? Wow, the people already decided, but yet you still go to a convention. And who's at the convention? Is it the American people? No, I believe it's super delegates, and electoral college. Wow, so once again proving our democracy is an illusion, because at the convention it ain't all 50 states. It's delegates probably from 50 states and super delegates, but it ain't ordinary, I guess, blue collar and white collar workers. It ain't ordinary teachers, secretaries, McDonald's, KFC clerks, UPS, FedEx delivery drivers, average, normal, everyday working people at the convention. You have super delegate electoral votes, people who got, I guess, handpicked by money. Cha-ching. People got handpicked by money. So you got the convention, and you got the electoral vote, super delegates. So our vote really don't matter. It don't count because it's considered the popular vote. Once again, democracy is an illusion. Okay, switching over to example number 2, the Constitution and amendment rights. If the Constitution really supports the rights of the American people in amendments, if the amendments in the Constitution is put in place for our rights, then why do we need a Supreme Court? Why do we need the judicial branch if the Constitution determines what we can and cannot do? If the amendments determine what we can and cannot do, why do we need Supreme Court justices to determine what we can and cannot do? Because that sheet of paper called a Constitution is a pacifier to shut up all the whining citizens in this country who complain about not having rights. So they came up and gave the people in this country a sheet of paper to hold on to, saying according to our rights. But what the people fail to realize is, as long as the judicial branch is in place or the Supreme Court is in place, the Supreme Court can always overrule the rights on the Constitution. The Supreme Court can twist, turn, curve, and swerve the amendments and the Constitution rights. Why? Because it's been set up for the Supreme Court to have more power over the Constitution and more power over the amendment rights. So that's why they trying to eliminate the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, because of the population of the people. And that's why they pretty much ignoring constitutional rights. Because as long as the Constitution, if the Constitution is as active as people believe it to be, the Constitution will bump the Supreme Court. The Constitution will eliminate the judicial branch if it's as active or has as much power as people claim that it has. But as you can see, it doesn't. And I got more to add on to this, so see time running out, but I'm gonna link on to this one. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.